put myself in a situation where like it's do or die.
It allows them to think, oh, I could do that too. This guy's been through this.
Oh wow, it's 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Oh my god. So I would do the 8 a.m.
I mean, that's what it's about. I'm gonna make a lot of money, retire my family, make sure all my friends are good, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun while doing it.
This is a dip block. Oh man, that's a great question.
And we're live. Well, I'm Adrian Perzadka. This is a Simple Media podcast. On my left, we have Jordan Nazario. On my right, we have Gabriel Kozel. And yeah, we're just going to get into it, talk online business, talk our lives, and stay tuned for the whole episode because we got a lot in stock. So first up, let's just go with the intro and backgrounds of the both of you. Which one of you would like to start first?
The legend right there.
Go first. No, go for you, bro.
It's the legend right here, bro.
No, you gotta go first.
Go for it, Jordan.
Go first. Intro.
Yeah, just some history. Where were you born?
Oh,
Where'd you grow up?
okay. So, born in Peru, South America. You know how it is. Hot climate, but just like Tampa, Florida. So yeah, 26 years old, born in Peru, college dropout, went to Penn State, and basically started in the online business game in 2000. So that's my sophomore year of college, which is fall 2015. That's when I first started the online space. But for 2015, 2014, I was doing like door-to-door sales for this company called Nyperg. It's like this thing called for market research, door-to-door, collecting donations and stuff. So I did that, and then basically did door-to-door sales for my own agency for about a year and a half until we started seeing success. And then I switched over to like doing DM outreach, email outreach, all that cool stuff. And yeah, moved to Tampa, Florida in 2018 November.
Gotcha. What were you like in high school?
Well,
How would your friends describe you, and how would you describe?
I was a class clown, man.
Class clown?
Yeah, I was doing stupid shit, getting in trouble. How explicit can I be with what I did? Okay.
Anything's available.
So, bro, the shit we would do in high school. I mean, if my friend Johan has seen this, my childhood best friend growing up, basically like we were just reckless, man. I just knew that like school was never gonna be like the end route for me, so I could fuck off. You know what I mean? Like you just know like I'm just gonna fuck off, have fun, because it's not really gonna lead to anything else other than real world experience after graduating. So yeah, bro, we would just like take condoms and like unwrap them and throw them on our teacher's desk, and then the teacher would like walk in and be like, "Why is there an unwrapped condom on my desk?" Or we would just throw them on like people. Like we'd have these kids in our class who were super quiet, bro, and then we were just like, the teacher was right about to walk in, we just threw it and it would land on someone's head, and then she'd be like, "Why is class, can you please tell me why there's a condom on someone's head right now?" Stuff like that, bro. We would make like rubber dicks and shit, just skip freaking class sometimes, go to the bathroom and not show up for half a day, go for lunch into town, and like just high school, bro. Play sports, have fun, but you just know, you know what I mean? Like everyone around was kind of so, schedule oriented, follow the rules, and I haven't kept up with anyone from high school, to be honest with you, except like two friends.
Gotcha.
But all the people that were class clowns, I mean, all the people that were having fun and living and expressing themselves, bro, they're doing good, bro. I mean, they're crushing it. Doesn't have to be business, but they're doing good in their career. They're happy, right? Having a job, you can still be happy, and it's what they want to do. I know a guy who's in freaking who like did like the tryouts for like the SEAL Team 6 and stuff, and like for 2 years just train. People working for startups yeah, bro. It's always the people that when they're younger, they don't know how to contain themselves in like a box environment. So you just got to do.
Definitely, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
How about you, Gabe? You grew up in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Allentown. I was born and raised in Allentown. Came to Florida during the COVID 2019 when all that good stuff happened. But went to high school, played lacrosse, did all the regular stuff. Never really liked school growing up, and I always was flipping stuff and doing always side hustle stuff, putting stuff on eBay, doing stuff like that. Always growing up in high school, and I was supposed to play lacrosse in college. I got a little scholarship to go play at Cabrini, and I was just going to a community college nearby because I was going to be the one paying for my college, and I really didn't even want to go to college, so I just told them I'll test it out. And first semester of freshman year of college, I ended up dropping out with my buddy Tom, who was my middle school best friend. We started a clothing brand. He did the fashion stuff because he was big into fashion in high school, and I did the marketing stuff. I was big into, social media marketing, Facebook ads, and all that good stuff.
Definitely.
And we just collabed. We started a brand, started pushing that. I did influencer marketing. Would reach out to little peep, big brands, and big artists, and that's how I do my marketing. And yeah, we would do little drops, and we sold out our first drop. We sold out our second drop, and we did a lot of custom pieces. So we made pieces for Little Peep, D Savage. We had I'm Vicky in our clothes, and we had a lot of good promoting our stuff, and we were starting to blow up. And then my partner ended up getting this girl pregnant. We ended up splitting off, and that's when I was like, what am I about to do next? My next
Step back and figure it out.
yeah, I was like, the only thing I know is marketing. So the only thing that would make sense next is social media marketing, So I got into the Ty Lopez SMMA course, started trying to figure out what my next plan would be. And then I ended up going to the 10X Growth Conference in 2019, the Grant Cardone one. And met a lot of good people there, met some lifelong business partners. And that opened my eyes up to just doing that. I was working a 9-to-5 job, construction job the whole time after I dropped out of college, just so I can fund what I was doing. And so after the 10X Growth Conference, I ended up making some partners down there. We opened up an Airbnb and got an Airbnb in Miami and started doing that. And that was like my first actual thing I started really pushing, was the Airbnbs in Miami. We ended up getting a unit and pushing that for a year and testing that. It was fun. We definitely had some fuck ups, obviously, and we didn't profit at the end of the year. We didn't profit at the end of the year. So it was a learning experience, but it just put me into the space where good experience, and I fucked up. I learned, I failed quick, lost money, and was able to bounce back and, what should I do next? So then I ended up going to an event in Philadelphia. It was a real estate event, Fortune Builders, and they talked about wholesale real estate. Said you didn't need any money, no credit, no anything like that. So, I ended up just sending it on wholesale and trying to figure out what I could do with that. So, and I mean, when I was going to these events, I was just pushing all my money into going to events, going to networking events, business events. And that's how I met Jordan, is because he was speaking at an event in New York. I didn't know at the time, but I went to an event in New York and he was one of the speakers. And I thought his was the best speech. He was just fucking right to the point, no fucking fluff, just hustle, consistency. He wasn't bullshitting people like people usually do on stage.
No courses for sale.
Yeah, no courses for sale, nothing to pitch at the end. He was just right to the shit, and I fucked with him. And I saw his story on Instagram. I was watching him, and I was still on the come up trying to, get into the entrepreneur space and make a name for myself. And, I ended up getting into real estate, working my 9-to-5, doing real estate and trying to wholesale for like 6 to 8 months. And then finally on like my 8th month, I got my first 2 wholesale and real estate deals, made like $4K altogether, but it just made me realize this works and I could go all in on this. So I ended up quitting my 9-to-5 job, moving to Tampa. And after that as soon as I moved to Tampa, I hit a 30K mark and went to 60K and just started pushing from there and really started scaling the wholesale business. And it's been very sense.
So would you say like one of the first pivotal moments, like your first key move in your life was putting yourself out there and going to the events?
Yeah, 100%. And I'm super introverted, so going to these events, I wouldn't even talk to people sometimes. I remember I hit up Jordan at the 10X Growth Conference, because weren't you there too, or weren't your partners there? Yeah. So he was there too. I remember hitting up him and his partner, and I was supposed to link up with them, but I was scared to go up and talk to them just because I was just mad introverted. I was hella nervous. But
you know that? No. There you go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man,
Yeah.
What the nice like
Yeah.
Look where we are. We're 4 years out as this part.
And yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like you're in the rooms with the people that you're gonna be in contact with in the future, and sometimes you don't even know it.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. And that's why I preach on going. I was broke as hell going to these events. I was, using credit cards to get down to these flights and go where I needed to go. But I knew networking and getting around people would be the key, because I grew up in a small town. Usually the people you hang out with and you grow up with they don't got the same mindset, the same drive. So you're usually stuck in that circle of people. You can't get out. So that was my way of getting out of my circle and getting away from the people I hung out with. And getting around like-minded people and people that would help me grow. So I started just going to events and doing that changed my life forever. I still do business with people I met at the 10X Growth Conference in 2019. They still come down to Tampa, visit. We do a lot of stuff. So that has put me in a position to increase my net worth by increasing my network and, getting around these people. And yeah, connections is everything. So
I love that. And definitely putting yourself in a different environment, whether it's just moving out of your hometown just to put yourself in uncomfortable positions where you've never been before. You really grow in the unknown of your lives, of multiple different areas, whether that's mindset, body, business, spirit, whichever. And definitely just challenge yourself to put yourself out there in different ways and try to connect with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that are higher up than you, and you'll eventually create a circle where you'll take a look back where you're like, how did I come here? You're going to be grateful for it, and two, you're going to be nostalgic for the journey that you went on. But so what would you say was the key, first key move for you to starting in your entrepreneurship?
Key move? It really, honestly, was all in college, man. The more I slacked, but I put myself in situations too much, man. But it's it's pre-calculated. I know why I do it. So I like to do either once a quarter or twice a quarter where I really kind of put myself in a situation where it's a do or die. So then whatever it is I'm doing in the moment, it has to be 110%, 140%. So for college, I purposely did 8 a.m. classes because when it was time to schedule.
8 a.m.s? Really?
I would do that. Either I would set up an 8 a.m. schedule, or I would, oh wow, it's 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Oh my God. So I would do the 8 a.m. class, or I would wait the last second, last second for when it was time for scheduling classes to purposely do it just so I could have an email from one of the counselors or admissions or whoever was the person that emailed, be like, hey, they still have to sign up for classes. Just well, damn, I guess I can't do this semester or whatever. Or get such a bad teacher that I could, the worst rated teacher, so that I could be this isn't gonna work, whatever. Or that they would.
That's it.
I just would purposely want to be either kicked out of school or just not complete because I just knew time was being wasted. So, yeah, I mean, I feel in 2015 going into 2016. I was really cracking the code back then, Ren. Instagram was it's still good right now, but back then, whoever cracked the code mine, would be was talking about the influencer marketing, the DM outreach. It was insane. You could get connected to people back then. If you were verified, you were most likely a notable person in the business space. So people weren't using Instagram as a messaging outreach platform. They were using it more as to connect with people, but we were looking to do it to connect to business owners, and I was really big in the chiropractic space
with their agency.
Yeah, that was my first thing, and that popped off because the biggest thing when it comes to building the agency is always what's the niche to go after, and I never really understood back then anything other than doctors. You always want to work with the doctors. They have the budget, and a lot of the times the teams are not that big. A chiropractic office, you got 3-4 people, usually they have a massage people in there. They also have the chiropractors, and then there's usually the head chiropractor, and it's not hard to get in touch. Phone call, they'll either be there or they won't be there, and there was a lot in where else I've been in PA. So
that was probably one of the biggest niches that people were always pushing and making videos about was the chiropractors, dentists, and then they all shifted onto e-commerce after.
Yeah, bro, the e-commerce space, there's so much money in that. But right now, I think where it really hit off for me was when I started going, I'm going live right now, right? So when you start documenting your journey and you let people see live, doing cold calls, and I took a lot of voice recordings of me going door to door businesses and stuff like that. As soon as I saw followers coming in and I saw the DMs coming in and the comments coming in, then you start to realize, you may think that a lot of people are already watching you. You may think that you really have a loyal audience until you start realizing that there's so many more people that don't know what you're doing, that don't know your story, and that don't know what you're up to. And then that's when I started really documenting my journey, and then that's how I was okay, this is it became mobile. I could be in any city, I could be in any state. I went to Canada. I mean, and I knew people. So then I was like, yeah, I gotta take this Instagram personal branding, and then I gotta mix it up somehow with the agency, and then that's when the content started coming in. Then I started doing like ClickFunnels and content for these chiropractors. It was like, this is before it ever became like a thing. Now it's so mainstream. Now it's like, it's so overpopulated. But I was doing this before it was hot, before it was anything like the agency's face, and then I started getting like some speaking gigs in New York City, and then other spots. I did well for Squarespace as well, and then went for YD. So yeah, around that time, bro, college, like going into 2016, I just started realizing, holy crap, like there's a space for young people like us to share what we're doing, and then there's older people out there who want us to share what we're doing to be able.
When was your like first public video? I know there weren't reels back then, but like either a YouTube video or like a Instagram post.
I mean, for so many years, man. I mean, Gabe knows this, but I'm into like aesthetic. I'm into videos. I'm into like perspective marketing. Like my first ever video was probably 2014, 2013, bro. I have videos. I archived them on my posts where like the moment I could pick up a camera and learn how to make something look cool is the moment I realized you can become very, very successful and wealthy by like, shifting a narrative to how you want it to be. So like if you want, for example, what we're doing, like we're having this cool event coming up, like you have to make it look aesthetic before it becomes aesthetic. You have to make it look a certain way, high-end luxury. So then that's the people that you attract. You know what I mean? It's something so small, like the smallest thing is like, you saw what I did with the camera, like even just you can take the same video right now, and then clean the camera, lower the exposure, and make it nice and slow, and that immediately piques interest from a certain audience compared to the other ones who are like, okay, tap, and then the others will be like, wait, let me repeat this. Oh, what are they doing? It's just all perspective. The same way as someone looks at a video coming for a $5,000 camera compared to like an iPhone, the right people notice that.
Exactly.
So you use that in business, you can go very far with that stuff.
Not especially the post-production, but I want to bring it back to a point earlier. You said how you knew people randomly in any city. This is the concept of where it used to be, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Now it's not who you know, but who knows you. That's probably the biggest thing, and why all of us have personal brands are sharing our journey. One, so I'm sure we could all document and look back on this earlier. Two, for like our future kids, if we want them, so they carry on the legacy. And when I like tell my granddaughter something, I want her to be like, yeah, I can confirm that by looking at this video right here. Like, how sick would that be?
It's cool. I mean, even now we see pictures of our parents who were younger, or grandparents or great grandparents. Like, that's all you always see, like, so. But you can take that picture and it's like 1,000. We can make it into 1,000 different scenarios, and like what happened to them over like. But now with video, man, it's insane. Like, can you imagine this right now? And they're looking at it 25 years from now, 30, 40, 50 years from now.
It's a public journal right now. And you get to see like your thinking patterns of 6 months prior and compared to now. It's, I don't know, nothing better really. But when was your first video? I know you used to document a lot as well.
Dude, I started shooting videos like content during that whole 10X Milk Conference 2019 era. I was shooting videos. I deleted a lot of them off my Instagram and stuff, but I would shoot videos, just go myself in front of a camera and try to break that introvert in myself, or just record, push it on fucking social media and just document my journey. Because I used to listen to Gabe a lot, so he would always just say document.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I didn't focus on everything having to be perfect. I'll just document, record. Yeah, dude, I would just try to record as much as I could and what I was doing. I think I did a pretty good job of a lot of the stuff I did when reporting my journey.
I think that's why we connect so much, bro. Because like we just put raw stuff out there, man. It was so raw, bro. There's just like ups, there's a lot of up and downs, a lot of down. So like, you still have to let the world know. I don't care, like, or judge you, bro. He posted so much raw stuff too, bro, and like, waking up early, and then a lot of books behind his. That's scary. Yeah, they're worth a friend, and it's just like real recognizes real energy, recognizes energy, bro. So I saw him post a lot too.
And the thing is, it's better to start when no one's watching too, because you perfect the craft once you actually build an audience. But that raw stuff is the true authenticity, when you have that in your videos, people connect with that. That's how they become a part of your brand. And I don't want to say like be a follower, but basically, and like you feel like you're with them when they're watching your videos. And
You feel like it's like a different thing, because when you look at someone's page and all their flexing is just all not fake, but everything looks perfect.
it's the highlights.
You know, it just doesn't seem like I would be able to connect with someone, because if I don't know what they've been through, or they don't show it, or whatever the case may be. They're not raw. They just show all the perfect shit, the lit shit they're doing. So it's like, you know, I can't connect with that person whatsoever. Like, they're doing that shit, it's cool, but when you see someone that actually shows what they've been through and are very raw and authentic with their life, it's easy to connect with somebody like that, because that's how most people grow up, you know. So then it allows them to think, oh, I could do that too. This guy's been through this. I've been through something like this. I can get where he's at, you know. So that's why I always think it's very good to be raw and authentic, because, you know, it shows others that, you know, anything is possible. You know, you can be, everybody's the same, but as long as you put in that consistency, you put in the work, and, you know, you're disciplined, you can take your life anywhere. So
Couldn't agree more. Rewatch that right there, because you'll take something from it.
Quick commercial break. It's sponsored by 8am Collective, Tampa's private members club. Launch party May 20th. See you May 20th.
Let's get back into the online business space. So you had the agency first, and then I believe you had a callback as well.
Yeah. I had my agency. Clever Growth Marketing was my first thing. My first ever agency was Achieving Brands LLC. Starting college with my business partner, Wilson, who was really big in e-commerce now. And then went over to Clever Growth Marketing for 2.5 years, and then went to Tampa, and then Digitalism with the few partners. And then from there, that was like a year, few months. Yeah. And then from there, it was a perfect time. Right before COVID, we built our SaaS callback, which is like the perfect timing, because everything went online and all these stores were literally closed. So there was nothing perfect, but everyone was starting to visit shops, as brands, all these brick and mortars. And I had a solution, which is a competitor to live chat with instant call technology. So basically, you just go on someone's website, you put your name and number, and it immediately dials all the sales reps that are available or not on the phone call. And they will get a call from our system that says, you have a lead from your website, press any number to connect. Let's say they press 3, it's immediately dialing the other person. This is all happening within 5 to 7 seconds. That call gets recorded, or it can get you also get a sales report, and we keep like track of who's picking up calls, what sales came from who. You can also text the person that's inquiring. So that was in 2020, like January, but we're still good. We're still going,
Still running it, right? And that can be taken into literally any aspect of any online business. Literally, it's just a menu chat box on the bottom right of the website, and you could be connected with a sales rep instantly, like you said. And you could also import videos. Like, you could have an influencer make any type of content displaying your product or service, and instantaneously build so much credibility right there. And you can get in contact, any questions answered instantly. And
that's like
callback is
that's like Jeff Bezos, like literally taking a selfie and be like, hey, what's up, guys? Jeff here. By the way, this week we're having like a free shipping for even non-Prime members. All you gotta do, if you're not an Amazon member, just put your name in below, and you get a special link, so you can have just his face. That's exactly on Facebook. Just pop it up on the bottom right. Click here, and it's just him saying, "Hey, by the way, blah blah blah." So,
yeah. And then you started with the first Airbnb, then wholesaling, and that's where your main business is right now, correct?
yeah, it was clothing brand, Airbnb, then wholesaling, and I stuck to wholesaling. That was a thing. I had the shiny spoon syndrome literally my whole life, business to business.
We all have
crypto, this. So I was like, oh, let me try this. Forex, MLMs. I've gotten so many MLMs. It was ridiculous. If y'all know IML, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I tried everything under the sun, and wholesaling was just the thing that I knew. Once I got those first 2 deals, I was like, no more shiny spoon syndrome. I'm sticking to this and this only, and I'm going to build out and crush this until I master it, and I could, take my ventures into something else. Obviously, wholesaling is not I don't love wholesaling. It's not my passion.
It's the foundation.
But yeah, it's allowed me. That was my vehicle that allowed me to build and get to where I'm at right now, which allowed us to get to other business ventures and create what we're creating now with 8am Collective. But yeah, that's been my little journey.
When did you start up 8am Exotics?
The 8am Exotics, the exotic car rentals we've been doing for 6 months now. But when I first moved down to Tampa in 2019, we were doing it on a lower luxury car type of scale, so more volume. And then I just ended up just stopping that because we were doing it before. We were flipping cars before we moved down to Tampa because we had auction access and we'd flip cars, rent out cars, things like that.
Yeah.
We moved down here.
Did you use Turo or would you just have a website?
I have a Turo.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything off of Turo. And then it just became a pain with the real estate and stuff and doing all different stuff. So we sold the cars, most of them, and focused on real estate. And then about 6 months ago, we got into the exotic car rental game and started pushing that, just doing high-end stuff because it brings us some good clients, good connections.
Some of the sickest cars, I have to say.
Yeah. So
How many do you have in the fleet right now?
we have about 7 in the fleet.
7 in the fleet.
I have a couple more coming this month. So
And some jet skis, too.
yeah, some jet skis as well. A couple of yachts. Yeah. We got some jets and some yachts coming to the fleet as well. So we're gonna do the whole nut luxury. So we're gonna do from A to Z. We have clients that come in and they want a whole weekend, right? So they want the cars, they want the houses to stay at, they want the yachts to go on. So we want to provide the whole entire excursion in Tampa for them.
Exactly.
And then we just connected with the private jet company, and we're gonna partner with them and broker some of their jets with some clients we have. So we want to be the whole kind of luxury lifestyle, in Tampa and be able to provide it for our clients. So,
Well, you're building your foundation greatly with that here in Tampa. And then, how did you come together on 8am Collective here? Did it first start with Greek card?
yeah, that's what I actually started with, Greek cards. So he started the Greek card stuff, and I came over the other day to get the bracelet, and we were just chatting. He was telling me about it and all that good stuff, and I told him we were getting the warehouse for the 8am exotic stuff. So and I've always wanted to create a network of people because your network is your net worth. And after going to events and learning that stuff, I wanted to always create a community of people and good network of people in all one place. And he created the Greek cards, the connect one tap, great idea, and you're able to connect very fast. And I went over to his house, got my band, was talking to him, and we were just like, we're just chopping it up, just chopping it up. We're like, dude, what if we created a community around this?
Yeah.
And, not just a band, like, let's create something around this band.
That was so smart, man, because there's competitors out there for sharing it for self, and they're not as like customized, and you really can't do as much as we can right now with free card. But bro, that day he came over, literally just chopping it up. We're talking, he was like, hey, like we should create like a community around it, okay? But it exploded.
We really did.
We were like, maybe we can keep like the community part, but let's make it its own thing. It was kind of like a mix of free card was this community, which it still is. It's still a community that we share among with one, then you recognize them. So it's cool. He goes to the warehouse, hang out, does the stuff. But then it was like, why don't we just make this into its own thing, but at a bigger scale? 8am Collective, bro. It's like coming up with the name was fun, and everything was fun, bro. We were your balcony, right?
Yeah.
We were on this balcony, and we were just like, bro, we need a name. This was all an idea, and before you knew, within 7-8 days, everything, business bank account, we had the LLC ready, logo, interest. Now we got this insane launch party popping up. I mean,
May 20th. More on that later.
And they totally bit.
yes. So literally idea into action. We could have just kept talking about it, bro. Within
Yeah, it was fast. Success less speed.
What's this?
Not 2 months ago, maybe.
2 months.
And successless.
Because we met, like mid-April?
Yeah, and it was like
And
that
that
before we all met.
This was like the founding and
Yeah.
a week before you met together.
when we all hung out that day, 8am Collective wasn't even for.
No, it was just the Greek card with the community aspect, and then it blew up even more.
Yeah. I mean, you can't, when shit comes up like this and you have ideas, you can't sleep on it.
No.
Success low speed. So
That
we had the ideas in our head and we just start taking action. You don't need to have a whole business plan. You don't need to have everything structured. It's just we knew what we needed to do and what we wanted to create. So now just start posting, start creating it. There's no time to wait, just do it. And you figure out things along the way. And every day we always figure out and add new things. We should do this, we should do that. But that's just part of the process, Otherwise, we'd just be sitting there and none of that might be bored.
one thing too, this party that we're throwing this, we don't know anything about what we're doing now, but everything we're doing is 100% coming from us. Like we are
It's so fun.
figuring it out. And if you watch this for now, you'll be at the May 22nd event. I mean, everybody here that's watching this should probably just see like we'll plug something in at the end. So
Everybody.
you guys will tell us what you think. And this is coming from two guys, real estate space. I'm in the tech space that are about to throw a launch party, and we're super excited. We put a lot of work into this. I mean, so bro, that what Gabe just said, we're figuring it out. Like we've been in business for years and years, and now this is a whole new niche, and we're figuring it out. And yeah, bro, some people are just waiting for that perfect time. We don't have no business plan, nothing. I mean,
And that's why most people don't become successful or don't ever make it, dude, just because they think everything has to be done or perfect before they even start. So
No, definitely. And that's so much emphasis on that. That is the biggest skill one person can have is speed of implementation from an idea to an actual action. The time between those two and how small it is how far and how exponentially fast you will grow.
Yep.
Couldn't say it better.
Yep. 100% agreed.
But let's talk about this event. May 20th, what do we expect in there?
Yeah. So May 20th is going to be our launch party to pretty much show everybody what we got going on. We kind of just been hyping it up, creating our videos and things like that. So May 20th will be the launch party of what we got going on. We're going to explain kind of the background of what we're trying to create at the event. It's going to be a little speech, nothing crazy. But we pretty much just want to bring the most elite in Tampa, high-level leaders, high-level entrepreneurs, inspiring entrepreneurs, people that just want to be around like-minded people, have a good mindset, want to grow and help each other build. So we're going to have some very good people here on May 20th, and we really just want to bring everybody to connect and one space and everybody inside of that network. There's no reason to go to anybody outside that network because everybody that comes here, if you ever need anything whatsoever, somebody in this warehouse in this network has somebody or can provide you with whatever you need. So that's the overall goal, is kind of what we want to create. But it's just going to be a party, fun party.
Definitely.
Nothing formal or anything like that. Just get everybody together.
Gatsby.
Yeah.
Gatsby party. Nice.
Anything else to add to that?
He basically said, oh man, this May 20th launch party, 8am Collective. We have hopefully we can have
50 cents coming.
he told already, bro.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we have to be sent at 8boogie coming. But yeah,
Nice one.
it's gonna be insane. We hope that whoever's watching this, click the link in the bio. It's obviously invite only, so it has to get approved. But if you're coming from Adrian, then we can make something happen. And yeah, but we got some high level leaders that are gonna be there. Some heavy hitters, quiet heavy hitters, which is like the best people to be around because they have stories to tell. Like we had someone come over to the warehouse. We won't name drop, but basically super successful entrepreneur and retired in his 30s, and it's just me and Gabe were just texting that night like, bro, we got like we're in our prime. We have to build something. You have to pretty huge, maybe exit one day out of it. So yeah, that's the type of energy. I mean, when you start coming around the warehouse and start coming around the people every single day, we have some people coming in.
Yeah.
And that's where you're getting access to.
Yeah.
You're literally accelerating your success.
Super dope. Yeah, we do. We've had some people that come, or we haven't even officially launched 8am Collective yet, and we've already had people come into this.
Everyone that's ever walked the
Crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
I've only met
And that's the goal. Like, I wish I had, when I was getting into entrepreneurship, I wish there was something like this around that I could get into, where there's a group of 25, mid-20s, 30s young entrepreneurs willing to share knowledge and willing to provide a network and we're willing to do what we're going to do. But that's why we're creating what we're going to do, because it's something we never had. And we're able to really create something big and accelerate everybody's growth inside of the network by 100, and level up everybody's income, mindset, everything,
And one last thing too, keep this in mind if you're on the fence about anything Bill was saying. If you were in the business game and you really need a certain contact and, someone that's crushing it, doing some big numbers or really successful at what they're doing, you send them a message, you send them an email, you didn't have their phone number, right? They're just figured out on social media. Most likely they're busy and they have their priorities set. So like they're not going to respond to some people that they really don't know who they are, what they're doing, or they're not validated by their community.
But if you can go to someone that you see here about like hours, 80 collective, we got the 7 hitters, and you DM them the next day, say, hey, like I was out there with you, pleasure meeting, immediately you could get a response or someone say, oh, it was pleasure meeting too. That's where the conversations, that's where you start more conversations, get more people to know who you are. So, I mean, ask reason faded. Not even people.
Crazy. And I've only been here 2 days at the warehouse.
You've got some cool Instagrams, like the guy that just left, other Gabe, do go to some coffee shops, really connected in the car space, and really outgoing guy. So, and we're all connected with him. Everything to ADM now. You would try to reach out to him, he's got a lot going on. So, but if you need be in there, say, hey, I'm an 8am Collective, or I know Gabe, or I know Gabriel, I know Adrian, chances are he's probably going to talk to you, have a conversation with you, some business deals with Packet. So, 8am Collective, May 20th, launch party. Don't forget, link in bio.
Yeah, it'll be there. I'll put it in some rapid fire questions to finish it off. Jordan, first off for you, what's your favorite book on entrepreneurship?
50 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah, 48 or 50 with
48 Laws of Power. Sorry. With 50 Cent?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably made the other two then.
Yeah, but 50 Laws of Power with 50 Cent. If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I'm pretty sure it's out, but I've heard it.
Yeah, because Robert Greene has 48 Laws of Power, but the one with 50 Cent might have been an addition. How about you?
Dude, it's hard, but I would say my favorite book would either be The Power of Habit or How to Win Friends and Influence People. Yes, those are two very good books. The Power of Habits helped me break a lot of bad habits and helped me start waking up at 4:30 a.m. every morning, got me in that cycle. And How to Win Friends and Influence People helped me communicate with people a lot more, or know how to communicate with people a lot better than I was. Make those connections, and those are two of my favorite books. Yeah.
Oh, Psycho-Cybernetics, don't forget about one.
I'm sure now it's personal.
Cybernetics.
Oh,
I know you have heard one.
Yeah.
That one didn't say it.
All right, and then what's your favorite productivity tool? Start us off.
Honestly, just Excel there.
Excel.
Excel is perfect. I know something about, I try Notion, but that's too perfect. No. Excel is just simple. Put some data in, look at the data, export the data. Perfect. Every day I need Excel time to wake up. Notes. I mean, we're using it right now to plan our whole event, so.
Excel. How about you?
I would say Excel's fire. I use my Google Calendar a lot as well. That's all fucking integrated into a lot of things I do. So anything that I do goes right into my Google Calendar.
I just made a video on that, actually, just setting up simple Google Calendar. Just so you can actually look at it.
Yep, goes right in there. It keeps it super simple. Other than that, dude, I'm very, I don't like to be organized. I'm very last minute, and that's just how I live my life. Everything. I plan everything last minute. I do everything last minute. And I just love life like that, honestly. I like living spontaneously. I don't like to have like a set plan, because usually when I have set plans, it never goes how it goes. So I'd rather just live by the hour.
There we go. And then what's the best advice you've ever received?
But best advice I've ever received, honey, it's from my mom. My mom's like my best friend, so she just always said it like, don't overcomplicate it. There's no really exact line. It's just whatever it is that you're doing, consistency, discipline. That's it. Like, just be consistent and disciplined. What says what is easy, repetitive, bro. Just repetitive over and over and over. It'll be remembered forever. Your legacy. You'll get respect in people. That's the lot, bro.
That's the thing. People respect you. People start to respect. And after I started waking up at 4:30 a.m. when I first started my entrepreneurship journey, I did it for like 6 months, dude. And after 6 months, I started to get a lot of people to start respecting what I was doing, because they seen the consistency, they seen the discipline, what I was doing. And people respect you when you can stay consistent at something and have the discipline, because most people can't. So, and yeah. So,
no, it's definitely a big snowball effect where you don't see it until you're actually living in it. Because everyone wants that short-term instant gratification, but the long-term game is, everyone knows it, but so many people don't apply it.
Yeah.
Only the 1% do.
Yeah, long-term game is the way to do it.
All right, and then what is something you wish more people understood about you?
This is a deep one. Oh man, that's a great question. Yeah. Can you ask that question?
What do you wish people could understand about you better?
He's a savage.
What I wish I honestly wrote, my whole life I just been like, that sometimes I can act a certain way, and I mean, I like to play a character sometimes. So the real me is like a really, really funny mix, stupid joke, and just a goofy ass kid, bro. It's all the high school, bro. And high school, bro, the shit I would do is I would just,
It's let your inner child out.
yeah, bro. Like if people would be worried about me, it would just be like, just I'm just funny guy, man. Funny guy, but I play a character when it comes to this. I have to be business minded, oriented, disciplined. Sometimes I gotta do fat cop. Sometimes it's just how you can't let people walk over. 100% can't let people walk over you, and that's kind of like a weakness if you're just too nice, and people will take advantage. But overall, yeah,
Yeah, don't be a nice man. Be a good man.
be nice. Yeah, be a good man. Be funny, but around like the people, like seeing the environment I hire people with you guys, it's like perfect, bro. Like guests come in, obviously we're gonna be on our
Super professional, A game. Just anybody's leave, we're fucking wild animals.
I was working here. New people come in. They're handling it like champs, absolute champs.
and then we just freaking we can mess around and still get through this stuff.
Yeah.
If like
I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it's. Some people are too strict and too like. It's like we live one time, dude. I'm gonna make a lot of money, retire my family, make sure all my friends are good, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun while doing it. Because that's the point of it. I'm not gonna be strict. I need to do this. I need to do this. Some people live like that, and I don't believe in it. So
same, bro.
What do you wish people understood about you better?
I'll probably tie off a little bit into Jordan stuff. Because I would say some people take my kindness. I'm very fucking kind. I'm very nice. I'm very open to people, and I love helping people, so I always trying to help somebody or always trying to help somebody out or do whatever I can to help. And some people may just think I don't know, just take advantage of the niceness and shit like that, or think my what do you call it?
Work.
My intentions are different than they really are. But I mean, other than that,
It's a great question.
it is a great question. I don't even know what to say, honestly. Like I don't really like people understanding me either. I like to be misunderstood.
Why that?
Because I like to be misunderstood. Most people don't understand the shit that we do. Most people think we're crazy. Most people think they don't understand why we do what we do. So being an entrepreneur, it's tough. Usually you are misunderstood, and even from my parents when I first started, they didn't understand what I do. Sometimes they still don't even understand what I do. But they know I'm doing it, and they know I'm doing something good. I'm not doing bad shit, and they believe in. But it's you don't always want people to know what's going on in your head. So I like to keep my distance from people and what they get to see, at least.
You said a great point of people understanding and why you're doing something. You have to let go of that feeling. It's okay being misunderstood. Like once you let go of that feeling, if it's so freeing. It's like
it's like a huge Because I used to think
so freeing.
once you care about what people think, whatever the case may be, you won't do a lot of stuff. But once you get rid of that and you don't give a fuck what people think, what they say, and you just do you, whatever makes you happy, your life is just a whole different vibe. It's amazing.
It really is, but we're not saying go wreck out your reputation, because reputation is so important, but we're saying do this through your actions, through your thoughts, through your words. Speak your mind. Live your real life that you actually want to. And like I always say, dream with your eyes open.
Yeah.
But what does your day in the life look like right now, and what do you want it to look like in 5 years? From morning to night, what does it look like?
Usually in the mornings, I have to do like my callback stuff because I have clients, and the majority of my clients are not guys.
International, Canada?
My dealerships there. So I take phone calls in the morning, emails.
What time do you wake up?
Recently, bro, 7-ish. I used to wake up way earlier.
What's your routine look like in the mornings?
In the mornings, simply just go for a walk, get sunlight. That's like my biggest thing. But I don't want to overcomplicate it too much with like the perfect routine and the breathing exercises and this and that. And it's like the sunlight is the most important thing.
It really is. Waking up and just going. Getting out is
Like having a coffee, and then coffee every freaking day.
Yes.
Coffee Saturdays and Sundays is my reset day. And
What time do you drink your coffee? Like instantly after your walk?
1 hour.
1 hour? I'd love to hear that. That 90 minutes, an hour.
Or,
Because then the coffee doesn't do anything and you crash.
oh yeah.
If you take it 90 minutes later, you get the best effects out of it and you don't crash.
Yeah.
And then the days that I wake up at like 8 in the morning is when I have soccer the night before because it just chills my legs. And I wake up so sore. I'm like, go out 2-3 hours in one night, just go crazy, and I get home at like 2 a.m. And then when I get home at 2 a.m., I'm either editing some videos or I'm planning out what's going to happen the next day. But yeah, I would say like 7 a.m.
So do you usually plan your nights before? Plan your days the night before?
I don't know where in Vegas for,
I do this all the time.
but I mean, I learned this somewhere, bro, and it's so insane. It's like a superpower that we haven't tapped into yet, which I think is super real. Whatever it is that you're doing the night before, right before your sleep, like whether it's reading a book, but just be careful with what's the last thing to see before you go to bed. Be careful, bro. You will dream about it. You will think about it. It will be the first thing in your mind when you wake up. So that's why I like to do like editing, so that I can wake up in the morning. Oh, I have ideas with today's content, or I know exactly how to make an extra $2 a day, or who to talk to. It's just like, that's why. And one last thing, don't do this. Don't lucid dream, because I used to lucid dream for months, bro, until one day I got trapped. And I swear to God, I got trapped to like, I was so scared, but I could literally, right before bed, I could tell myself, what do I want to do in this dream? I would be like, okay, I want to be like a James Bond character. I want to have infinite flying power, ability in this city. I want to be a Mac Gala. And I could literally, in my dream, control it. And until one day it just got really bad. And now I don't do it anymore. But I do like to, whatever it is I want to do the next day, whatever ideas that you want, solutions you want, bro, that's the last thing that needs to be in your mind. Don't think about anything. Don't be on Instagram or anything. Like, just, okay, this needs to get done. So that's why I like editing videos late at night, because in the morning I wake up with, oh, I know what I should add to the video from yesterday, or I know what I can do to add to a new video today. Something. So
It's funny you say that, and you guys saw the smile on my face, because one of my mentors, Arlen Moore, one of the softwares, Maxi, is literally just planning your day out. It's like a simple SaaS, planning your day out, 3 things in your mindset, body, spirit, and business, and planning that the night before, and then you get an email. And what you can do with that email is you can have it play back to you while you're falling asleep. And inside that email, it has your tasks, and it has how you want, like, your identity, how you want to carry yourself, what goals do you have for the week, month, year, scale down to that. And you visualize that right before you're going to bed. And so many things that I've written down have come true. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, you don't really realize it in the moment, but I definitely agree. Your day starts the night before. Plan it out. Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Simplicity is key. And yeah, take us through the rest of your day. So 7 a.m., wake up.
So around like noonish, like 11:30 to 12:30, kind of when I find out if I have anything else to do, my callback stuff and career stuff, and then I come to the warehouse. Hopefully, I'm looking to have that. I thought to hear about it, like the planning way to incorporate that with 8am, and then once I can start doing that, I'll just come here earlier. But yeah, come to the warehouse, and then me and Gabe like chop it up, get some work done here with the 8am stuff, which is like this week has just been hectic because he's got his wholesale stuff, he's got his other businesses in 8am, and I got mine too. So like trying to get together, do all this with the time crunch that we are.
It's hard to find
Hard this week, man. This week is really gonna be, this week is gonna set us like past what we know to do, man. But it's exciting. It's just so exciting.
No, I love that. But I think Chris Williamson says this all the time. When he's at this point, this is where most people give up, and the 1% is made through actually excelling and persevering through it. But how does your morning routine look like? Take us through it.
I used to have a crazy morning routine. I used to do
4 a.m.
Yeah, I used to have the 4 a.m., read, pray, meditate, write down goals, affirmations, the whole 9 yards. But I mean, not that I don't believe in doing it anymore, but I think it's important. I think it's really important to do when you're starting out on your journey, to build that mindset and really lock in. But now I don't do any of that stuff at all. I wake up at 6:45. Get up, chill out on my balcony for a little bit, go get coffee, and come right to work for the whole day. I used to read a lot and all that good stuff, but now that's when I didn't have anything going on either. I didn't have a business. I was just really locking in the mindset. And now, I'm just so busy. Not that I don't have time, obviously, I'm making excuses if I say that, but it's just not one of my priorities to do all that good stuff anymore, just because I'm always focused on work and actually doing stuff I got so much going on. But yeah, morning routine is just get up, little balcony, go get coffee, come to work. When I get right to work, emails, content, got emails, phone calls, couple different things, and then just working all day pretty much.
Quick commercial break. It's sponsored by
8am Exotics, 8am Collectives, and Venture Speed Investments.
For 8am Exotics, click the link below. Get all your rentals. DM them. 8am Collective, like I said earlier. We'll see you May 20th. Get your tickets below.
Yes, sir. See y'all there.
All right, then who does Gabe look like in 5 to 10 years? Are there going to be little Gabes running around? Are you going to be locked down? I mean,
No kids, I don't think.
no kid.
No, maybe not no kids, but like at the moment, I don't even think about any of that stuff right now. Maybe in the future, maybe when I'm closer to 30, I'd think about it. But right now, my main focus is building my career, building my foundation, making a name for myself so I am financially free and wealthy. When I do something like that, and if I do have kids, I want to make sure that I can spend all the time in the world with them and do whatever I want with them, versus being tied up at work. So I'd rather work now, hustle now, and put all my time into working and building myself and my career. And yeah, in 5 years, I want to be pretty much retired. Having my Section 8 properties or my rental portfolio, pretty much paying for my daily expenses and
Big umbrella.
yeah, and then my other business as well will just be just building because I like doing and doing fun stuff.
We're always going to be building something.
Yeah, we're always going to be building constantly. I'll never actually retire, but
Yeah, right.
but that.
Just be set time, location, and financially.
Yeah, correct. So
How about you, Jordan?
You said 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. What are you doing?
5 to 10 years, just business, man.
Business stuff?
Business is like more than work. It's more than making money. It's like a lifestyle. It stems from more than just like getting paid, bro. It's literally like wanting to go to events, wanting to dress up for, you don't have to dress up every day, but like wanting to dress up for certain like events where it's like a red carpet experience or meeting people, dinners. Like imagine having a life where you can pay to show up places, or you can have a dinner with someone and that turned into a deal. And it's just like your life just so, as your businesses are generating income on the back end, you can spend your whole day literally just meeting people and casually bringing up some deals and connecting people. I mean, obviously, and I see my partnership with Gabe.
Still going?
Yeah, I see my partnership with Gabe for, I can't say forever because no one lives forever, but for a very, very long time. And then, having dinner with him and his parents and my mom, and like just
flying them out on a private jet to wherever they want to go.
That's the goal.
Like I'm gonna have his back forever. So he's done really good by me, and I've known him for so many years, and just what we've been able to do. Like you've seen it, man. This has been 2 months when we started with the Greek card stuff, and then a few weeks with the 8am Collective and what we have and what we're doing. Just imagine when it's 5 years. We're not stopping.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been
I just can't imagine what's going to be out there.
yeah.
You guys can't see it, but what's out there is...
What you see, you'll see. You'll know.
Out of this summit. It's just us chilling here at night.
Even just this warehouse is sick as fuck.
Yeah. They start building over there, watch them build. Yep.
So sick,
Us when we were kids, this is what we would look up to.
That's what I used to
You gotta let your inner child out all the time.
100%. Agreed, Dad. Yes.
But let's wrap it up. Once again, 8am Collective event, May 20th, 7 p.m. If you're in Tampa, get your ticket in the link below. Once again, you can also hit me up or anyone here on Instagram.
Shoot out your Instagram real quick. My first and last name, Jordan Nazario. Instagram, no spaces.
Alright. Mine's the same, just Gabriel Kozel, no spaces. Reach out to me, contact anybody to get a ticket or just to chat and connect. So,
Well, I think that's it. Simple Media Podcast, episode 4, I believe, on the wrap.
appreciate you, gang.
Absolutely sick thought, you guys.
That's
Damn, you
great
are sweaty.
podcast. Yeah, I'm so sweaty right now. Great podcast.
Oh, that was sick. We killed it.